Jan Roberts is the mum of Ben Roberts. Ben died as a result of the Bali bombings. Ben was in Bali at the time for the International Rugby Tens competition. Jan spoke at the very first Bali commemoration ceremony in Coogee.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am Ben's mum. I am also Lucy's mum. Siblings are important. We need to cherish those left behind. Many families around the world will be remembering their loved ones today. We are all connected by what happened 20 years ago. It is woven into the fabric of our lives. Ben had a motto in life: experiences, discovery, and passion. He had his dream job. He'd moved to Jakarta with his partner, Carolyn. He was playing for the Iski Komodos rugby team, and they were in Bali for the Bali Tens competition. The last game they played was against the Wallara colleagues, Ben's old team from Sydney, and Ben's team won. They were very excited. They all jumped in taxis and they went to the Sari Club. Ben was in the first taxi with 5 of his mates. Those 6 young men died. Ben lived for 26 days. He was medevaced to Singapore. He was in a coma for most of that time and ventilated. For a couple of days, he was able to speak to us. And the first thing he said to me, "Mum, could you get me a McDonald's egg and bacon McMuffin?" My Ben. He died on the 7th of November. He was 28 years old. The aftermath, grief comes in waves. It's like the sea out here. Sometimes the waves are huge and they knock you under, they knock you over. You get up and they take you down again. Sometimes you get into calmer water and you think, the rhythm of my life is back again, and then the waves will come. Everyone deals with grief in different ways. It left me weak at the knees and needing silence. I existed but was not present for 2 years. What helps? Well, it's the simple routines of life. Having a dog that gets you up in the morning and makes you go out and go for a walk. We've had 2 dogs now, Hazel and now Gemma. Hugs. People giving you hugs and just being there. It really matters. Sewing, singing, and swimming. An old friend of mine got me into a quilting group, and those ladies helped me make a quilt from Ben's shirts and from his rugby jerseys, and I have them home with me. They are wonderful. Singing. I joined a choir out at Little Bay, and singing out loud every Wednesday is great therapy. Swimming. 12 years ago, my daughter taught me to swim. She bought me goggles and she taught me how to breathe. You're supposed to go each side, but I can only go one side. But I swim down at Coogee and I swim up at the Coogee diggers. We've now moved to Coogee. We were in PNG when Ben died, and we moved to Sydney to be closer to Lucy and Ben's partner, Carolyn. But we now live in Coogee. Becoming a grandma is pure joy. Just the hand in yours, the smile, the eyes, it is just wonderful. 4 people sitting over there. Julie, all of you, Martha, who I was with yesterday when some of the Bali mothers got together. I don't know the gentleman, but the council. And Katrina. Katrina was the Australian Federal Police liaison officer, and she held our hand through those early days when we went to Bali. We went to the trials, and Katrina was with us. There was also people from DFAT, and they helped interpret. These are, the kindness of strangers means so much. Meeting other family members has made a difference. We're all connected. Ben's mates, they have been loyal. They told us stories. They made us laugh. They made us cry. The other day, a good friend, she was with us in Singapore. She called me and she said she was remembering the times in Melbourne when Ben lived there. And she told me he belonged to a book group. And I said, I was surprised. He liked his books and he liked debating. But she said, it was held in a pub. This memorial here means a great deal. Every morning we walk down here with our dogs and we give the pillars a hug. On warm days, they are warm. Ben gets a hug. Our daughter Lucy gets a hug. Anybody else in the family who's going through a difficult time gets a hug. But also, there are people we will never know, like the families in Ireland who have gone through that disaster recently, the families in Thailand. We give them a hug. We don't know them, but we have a sense of what they must be going through. Family. My family, most of my family live overseas, and they have kept us afloat. My sister, Noreen, sent me a poem as a bookmark, and it's by the Hindu poet Coogee. I'll just read you a verse. Farewell, farewell, my friends. I smile and bid you goodbye. No, shed no tears, for I need them not. All I need is your smile. If you feel sad, do think of me, for that's what I like. When you live in the hearts of those you love, remember then you never die. 20 years on, as a family, we've learned to follow Ben's motto, experiences, discovery, and passion. And we try to make every moment count and cherish those close to us. Thank you to Randwick Council and the community for this very, very special place. It means a great deal. Ben would be 48 now, and we wonder what he would look like. Would he be skinny, chunky? Chunky. Would he be losing his hair? Would he be going grey? We will never know. This is a stick that I treasure. Ben made it for me when he was 9 and we lived in Goulburn with the help of his dad. It's got imprinted on it, It's got imprinted on it the word mum. I will always be Ben's mum. Thank you.